Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your June the 16th spiritual principle a day in a meditation. I hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and get into that screen. Okay, the title of this meditation for today, Enduring Loss, Reclaiming Joy. I like that title. Enduring Loss, Reclaiming Joy. We come to understand that happiness is an inside job, a spiritual experience that can get stronger with recovery. We find that no matter what happens on the outside, joy can still live within us. Living Clean, Chapter 7, Love. As far as spiritual principles go, joy is uncomplicated. It can be elusive, however. In active addiction, joy was an abstract concept, often far removed from our reality. How can we position ourselves to experience it now? One addict wrote, "Recovery from addiction is our path toward joy. I invite it in by removing barriers to that path. Like anxiety, fear, and self-obsession." Another wrote, "Joy is the result of my commitment to gratitude, service, and simplicity. I never thought I could appreciate ordinary things." A third wrote, "The greatest joy is bittersweet because I have experienced moments of it during my darkest hours. I can't have joy without hope, and no amount of pain can take it away from me." Experiencing pain is part of our human condition, even when we do everything right. We can get clean, own our part in our past mistakes, make amends, learn to live by spiritual principles, be of magnificent service in the rooms, at home, and out in the community. Yet pain will visit us again. We'll lose people and relationships. Material gains come and go. Our health may decline. But can joy be taken from us? Is joy like pain an inevitable part of our experience? Most of us would say that joy, like recovery, is available to us all. Despite our struggles, when we infuse our situation with gratitude, we find hope for our future and create a place for joy at the table. We can choose to look at our troubles with a sense of humor and maybe even benefit from some laughter through our tears of anger or sorrow. None of this is easy, but through the inside job that is recovery, acceptance of this very moment is within reach. Serenity is possible. We can endure loss and reclaim joy over and over. Regardless of any current burdens, I will shine the light of gratitude on what's right in my life today and experience joy. Recovery has taught me that I can embrace multiple experiences at once. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. What a wonderful meditation. Although I found my mind drifting as I was reading, the power of this meditation, one, there's 3 different addicts in here, recovering addicts that are giving their definition of what joy is like for them in recovery. Just in the first paragraph, there is a power punch of 3 actual quotes from addicts in regards to joy. One tells us that recovery from addiction is the path towards recovery, right? I mean, towards joy. So as we recover from this disease of addiction, we are on the path towards joy. I like that. So this path, on this path, there's certain barriers that can potentially, I'll put it like that, potentially be removed. Anxiety, fear, and self-obsession. This kind of feeds back into the meditation for just for today, right? Because this wisdom to know the difference is a result of spiritual growth. And here we're talking about the spiritual experience can get stronger. Or in other words, it can grow, right? Our recovery can grow. And as it does, we begin to see where we're inciting or inviting or causing ourselves to have anxiety, fear, and being obsessed with ourselves. That's something that we can, a lot of the times, change the circumstances that bring them about. Now, if you're an anxious person, you may not be able to change that. But the situations you put yourself in are probably things that you can change. My perception of how people are treating me or causing me to feel, I can change that. So I like this. I like that this first paragraph has just 3 wonderful experiences. Another one said, joy is the result of their commitment to gratitude, service, and simplicity. I love the word simplicity. Just keep it simple, right? If we could just really always do that. This is something that I learned from a couple mentors in my life, my mother being one. Tomorrow is going to happen. As long as you don't stop breathing, tomorrow is going to come. And in the plan or the DNA of tomorrow, right? In the makeup of tomorrow, which you don't know anything about, there are certain things that are going to happen. And the day after tomorrow is also going to come if you don't stop breathing. So while I have breath in today, why am I wasting my time and my energy worried about tomorrow and the next day? Because when they get here, I will instinctively know what I'm supposed to do or not do, because that's the relationship I have with God. I will know in the moment which direction I'm supposed to be taking. Step 11, right? Through prayer and meditation. And so here's my feeling about it. Why not just keep it simple? Why not let go of the anxiety and the fear and the self-obsession? Why not? Because those things have controlled my life so much. And in order to change my perception of reality, I would use drugs. But the drugs always turned on me. It never was just let's use drugs and change the perception. It ended up being a whole ball of wax that had these tentacles that went out and hurt everything around me. Even though that was not my intention, that's what it ended up being. Because when you're too high to follow through on your commitments, you cause injury to other people that are expecting you to be where you say you're going to be. Of course, I'm talking about children that are waiting for parents to show up, but there's other things too, like our employers and our mates, and there's different things, right, that we drop the ball on all the time when we're getting high. And so why not just keep it simple? Keeping it simple helps me not use. Really, because there's no need for me to now change my perception about anything. I'm able to see it for what it's worth, and I am able also to accept it for what it's worth. And generally speaking, something that I can't change, right? And have the wisdom to know the difference of what I can and what I can't. Yeah, simplicity is a great gift. So that's the second addict sharing there. And then the third one wrote, the greatest joy is bittersweet because they often experienced it in moments of their darkest hours. Isn't that true? Like when you're really going through it, something real simple will come along the way, like a little kid picking a dandelion and lifting it up in the air to you as a gift. I'll never forget my nephews doing that for me. Or my stepson finding beautiful rocks out in our driveway and handing them to me as though they were diamonds. I won't forget those moments. I won't forget those moments because those were the small little joys that came along at times when I wanted to give up that caused me to step back and say, there still is sweetness in the world. So it is bittersweet sometimes. So I really appreciate this meditation. I probably could unpack it even further, but I believe you get the point, right? Enduring loss and reclaiming your joy. What have you lost? And how can you reclaim your joy? One of the ways that is seriously recommended is that we create a place for joy at the table. In order to create space or a place for joy at your table, you're going to have to make some room for it. And that, my friends, is an inside job. But I know if you're listening to this podcast today, I know that you can do it because you've already started by listening. You've already started. You've already made a decision to make space for joy in your life. My name is Mighty Stream, feeling quite joyful today. I hope that you have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to, and I will be talking to you tomorrow.